Hey everyone! It's nice to be with you today. I'm going to jump right in. Hopefully, some of you will join me this morning, and if not, you can catch the replay later. So, happy Sunday! I'm Grace Harrington Murdoch of flowersandstars.org, and I'm always grateful to Mia for allowing me to do weekly astrology for you all and to check in with the energy of this week. So we will jump right into it. So I'm meeting you all here actually at the very beginning of Taurus season. We're going into 0 degrees Taurus right now. So I'll talk about that in a few minutes. We're under a Pisces moon at this very moment, and we're going to be with the Pisces moon just until 3 a.m. Tomorrow, so into this evening, which is nice. And then we're going to move into an Aries moon from the 20th to the 22nd, and then Taurus from the 22nd to the 24th, where we're going to be having our new moon, which I'll get to as well. And then by next week when I see you again, we're going to be in a Gemini moon. So just wanted to give you that little breakdown. But moon in Pisces for the last couple days and into tonight is really about entering into a deeper connection to source, a deeper connection to healing. And you know, Pisces is really about the connection to all, to one another, to oneness, to this ethic of we are all connected, we are all one, you know, that's just like the theme of this group. So you know, it's about finding your place in this collective energy and harmonizing with spirit. So some people start to feel more intuitive under Pisces moons. Maybe you've been getting some more downloads. It's really important to follow your intuition there. It can be very dreamy, very boundarylessness, and you may actually have to start drawing some more boundaries, and we'll get into why as we move into the next days. So it can be both dreamy and kind of foggy and fuzzy and like you're living in a dream world. So it's a good time for channeling, for meditation, for dance, for just really connecting with those parts of yourself and with source here. So that's kind of where we are right in this moment in time. The moon will go void tonight around 7:30 p.m. until about 3 a.m. When it's going to be shifting into Aries. So when the moon is void, it's a good time to kind of lay low, to if you're going to do something that has been distracted by other people and you want to really focus in on it. So there's like an extra dose of protection during void moons for you to accomplish like what you're looking to finish, but it's not a great time to like launch things or anything like that. More just to kind of bring things to completion that otherwise get distracted or deterred by other situations in your life. So some people just end up taking naps, you know, during void moon. It's a good time. We'll be almost asleep at that point. So it's a good time to just rest and go inward there. So that's what I wanted to say about that. But, you know, we are moving very close towards the new moon this week, which will be on the 22nd at 10:25 p.m. We're going to go into a new moon in Taurus to meet our sun, which just moved into Taurus. So those of you that just started watching, we just started Taurus season. Yay! So, you know, the new moon is really interesting because it's going to be joined up with Uranus, and actually the sun is going to connect to Uranus just in a couple days. It already is on approach. We're within 6 degrees, and I think that some of you might be really feeling this right now. So, you know, when the sun is joined with Uranus, you might start to feel this kind of electrical, nervous, excited, energizing, edgy kind of experience right now. And this is huge. You know, this is a big time where if you've been feeling that way, it's because, you know, Sun with Uranus is very much about your identity meeting up with the planet of individuality, of rebellion, of bucking the norm. And so if you've been starting to feel, and I've already started to feel this as of last night, that you're starting to want to be more independent. Maybe you're wanting to be free, you know, you're wanting to find your authenticity, find your true voice. Maybe you're starting to notice anywhere that you've given your power away to other people's voices or other people's agendas. And Uranus is like, I am going to break free from all of that BS. And so you might just start feeling this electricity within you. And it may come across for some of you as anxiety or worry or nervousness. And so you really need to be grounding right now to make sure that electricity can go all the way through and connect. And so you're not getting too much up into the head. Uranus is a very airy planet, and so it's air meeting fire of the sun, you know, and this is can generate a lot of nervous energy. So you need a way to outlet that, and I'll talk about that. But you know, what I'm really feeling for this Sun and Uranus right now is developing authenticity, finding your vision. What is it? What are you here to say? What are you here to do? You know, how do you differentiate yourself from others? You know, that's really important. And this is really going to be with us until May 2nd, this Sun-Uranus conjunction. I'm giving it a wider orb. You know, some astrologers will do about 2 degrees, but because I'm already feeling this, and because I think we're so sensitive in the collective right now, I'm going to go until May 2nd with this. So this is part of what's going on. But then, and then, you know, Uranus also rules shocks and surprises. You know, it's the unexpected. We don't know what's coming. And I think that that's something to be paying attention to now, which can also make people nervous. Like, what's coming around the corner? We don't really know, okay? Just as a side note, our president has a Sun-Uranus conjunction permanently, right? And so he always does the unexpected. We don't know what's going on. He puts us on edge, you know, this type of dynamic. This is what's going on also in the collective energy. And so as above, so below, we are not sure what to expect right now. And so grounding is really important to not get thrown off by the surprises that might come in this week. You know, and then the new moon is also going to join with Uranus. So this is huge. You know, this is a very electrically charged time. And, you know, moon with Uranus, some of you might start feeling like you want emotional independence. You know, you might start feeling that like, oh, I gotta get out of the house, I gotta do something, you know. And we obviously want to be safe in this, we want to be socially distant in this, but if you're feeling that edginess, that's part of Moon Uranus. It's moon is the home, it's the domestic life, and then Uranus is freedom. So we're wanting freedom within the home. We're wanting freedom in our domestic life. Some of you may even feel, you know, like you just want some freedom from whoever you're around in your household and things like that. So, you know, Moon Uranus on the new moon is itchy for change. It wants a rebellion. It wants something new. And so we might see more protests happening as the week goes on. But I think that there's a couple different types of protests that are going on. There's protests where people are out in the streets, which I don't believe is the right kind of protest right now. I think that being inside and social distancing is the actual protest that we need right now. But that's a side note, you know, that's my opinion on it. And because we need to protect the people around us. So So anyhow, this is a time where we're feeling really itchy for change and growth and renewal. So be tuning into that as well. This is let me just see here. Yeah. So that's what I wanted to say about this new moon. It's also going to be squaring Saturn. So Uranus is like wanting change, wanting newness, all of this, and Saturn's like, but there's a little restriction right now. There's a little boundaries that I'm setting for you right now. And it's like change within structure is this feeling that we're going into. And so what I'm going to recommend to you this week is, find ways to be free. Find ways to be free in your body, find ways to, get out if you can, if you're able to go for walks that in a safe way, if you're able to go on drives, if you're able to dance and move your body, any way that you can feel that inner freedom, you're gonna need it. And it's gonna really help you to shake some of this electricity out and this edginess out during this week. So that's also something that I would really recommend. Also, there's this theme with Moon and Saturn, Uranus and Saturn, where we're breaking free from tradition. We are still in this theme of it's time to really make a new way. And we've been in this for a while. When Uranus entered Taurus, we started to feel this, that the old systems of security are not working anymore, that there needs to be changes in the structure. We've been working through this, and this week is like an exclamation point on that. So I want you to know that. So it's about finding a new way within the system that is going to truly support the collective. Saturn loves a strong, good foundation, and that foundation is going to have to be one that meets Aquarian goals. Again, Saturn's moving into Aquarius. This is about how can we take care of our community? How can we work together? This is the themes that's coming up. So if there's other ways you can get yourself in balance, maybe you can do some distance qigong, some distance polarity therapy. I have a lot of students that do distance polarity work. If you need recommendations, I can post below. Tong Ren, anything to move the electricity. If we were able to be non-socially distant right now, I would recommend acupuncture to really balance out that qi. So any way you can balance out the qi. And you also want to be careful to keep your ego in check this week, because you're going to want to pull away, you're going to want to revolt, you're going to want to claim your individuality, and you don't want to run roughshod over the people around you either while you're up to that project, okay? So it's balancing those drives right now. So yeah, we've entered Taurus season, and we're entering it with a bang with Uranus. And, Taurus, as we move away from Aries, which Aries is like, oh my gosh, we've had to develop so much courage. It's this sort of raw experience of life, that newness of spring where, again, you don't know if the crocuses are gonna survive. We had snow yesterday in New England, and I was thinking of all the flowers and how brave they were, and how, they are really roughing it out there right now. Or, the new life. Stephen Forrest talks about the baby birds being born right now, and as much as Aries season is this burst of life, it's also this burst of time where we have to develop a lot of courage, and we've been in that this past month. And now we're entering Taurus, And it's not going to feel so Taurian yet because of this Uranus that's meeting it. But in a couple weeks, as we delve into this, it's going to feel a little bit more so as the sun moves beyond Uranus. And Taurus is really about coming into our five senses, appreciating what is around us. I pulled the card of gratitude last night, and that really reminded me of Taurus season. It's appreciating what you can sense, see, taste, touch, feel. That's what Taurus rules, really sinking into the experience of the foods that you're eating and giving gratitude for those, for the earth itself. This is really, so much about what Taurus is about. The flowers growing, anything that you can appreciate. That is the essence of Taurus. And again, as we move past Uranus, which is more like, oh, it's okay, it's electrical, we're going to settle into a little bit more of a grounding energy. And we're getting geared up to expect the unexpected this week and maybe experience some limiting circumstances around that with that moon squaring Saturn. So the news might be a little intense this week, I have to be honest. And there might be some unexpected news and things like that. So just kind of keep grounding, keep settling into your body. Taurus wants to bring us into the moment. It is the I am presence into the moment. Taurus in its highest, I like to think of as the Buddha, just meditating. And that's where Taurus wants to bring us. So as we enter further into the moment, it's important to ground. So that's a little bit about this week. Again, I feel like the theme here is about claiming your freedom in a safe way, finding your true voice, coming into your soul's essence a little bit more, coming into the moment as we edge into this further, moving into more balance electrically, so nervous system support. If you're into herbs and things like that, this could be a nice time for some nettles and nettle tea, just to kind of support and nourish our adrenals. You want to think nourishing herbs at this time. I do have a Taurus tincture as well that's geared towards kind of Taurus season that you can find on my site too. I just thought of that now. So there's a lot of ways that you can support that. And again, I recommend just balancing your electrical body through movement, through getting out, through going on drives, through freeing yourself as best as you can within a safe zone. So that's my message for you all today. I'm so happy to be with you, and I hope that you have a beautiful week, a beautiful new moon, and happy Taurus season.